I really think when filming I should take into more account what I'm going to do with the rest of the day, because I have a full day playground and kids planned, and I think this may be a little too much. Hi everyone and welcome back to lindalibraloca. I recently received a package and I guess it was PR because I didn't order it, but there was no note included. And what was inside were all the Pixi Plus influencers products. The double cleanse that I already reviewed on the blog, Pixi Plus Caroline Hirons, and the eyeshadow palette, the highlighter and bronzer palette, one of the blushes, and some Pixi Glow Tonic, I think. So I decided that today I was going to do a look with all these products. And as always, if you like what you see, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. I'm going to start by priming my eyes using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I'm going to do my eyes first and my foundation last, because I can already tell you that the palette has quite some fallout, and I'm planning on using dark colors today. Like from this bottom row, I already did a look with these upper rows that I'm going to link. Not quite decided what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start with this outer shade here. This is kind of a dark brown, and apply it to the center of the lid. Really pretty brown with hints of gold. I'm using just a fluffy brush for that. Yes, this is pretty dark, so I'm going in with this shade up here as a transition color. This is a matte one, and I find the mattes have a lot of kickback. Now, to darken things even further, I'm going in with this bottom shade here. Again, something matte, and put that on the outer corner and directly to the crease for some depth, because it's fall and we are all about these dark colors. Then to freshen things up, I'm going to take this one, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. These shadows are really soft, so be careful not to press your brush too hard, otherwise they are going to break. But that softness makes them really easy to blend. As you can see, I'm not the queen of blending, but they blend into each other very easily. Then I'm going to take a smudger brush and this dark navy with the sparkle, simply because I really want to use it, and take it along my lower lash line and drag it up as kind of a wing. And then I'm using it on my upper lash line as well, just to give some depth to my lashes, make my lash line appear fuller. And I take it a little up here in the outer corner for some smoke out effect, to darken everything a little bit more. That's the eyes pretty much done. The palette itself, as I said, it has some fallout. As you can see here, it blends easily, but the colors are not that much different when applied to the eyes. They blend easily into each other, and as you can tell, there's only warm shades, with probably the exception of the blue one. So if you don't like to wear all warm eyeshadows on your eyes, it's probably not the one for you. With a primer underneath, they stay put all day without fading. Now moving on to foundation, going to quickly prime my face using the L'Oreal Undefectable Primer, and then I'm going in with some Estée Lauder Double Wear. But I'm going to speed you through this process because nobody needs to see me do that for hours and hours and hours. And because I want more natural coverage, not the full coverage this one can give, I'm using a beauty blender. And because then there are still some spot marks left, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Concealer, Naked Skin, and make sure to cover them up separately. Now, the next item I want to talk about is the Pixi plus Maryam Maquillage, and this is a Glow and Bronze palette. But I swatched them, and yeah, while I like the highlighters, the bronzer tones are much too warm and glowy for me. None of them really fits my skin, so I'm going to use this palette because it just doesn't work with my skin tone. It blends lovely though, so if you're warmer skinned and more tan than I am, I guess it's a nice palette to check out. To finish the eyes, I already filled in my brows with some brow pencil. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Smoky Lash Mascara and then set my face with a finishing powder, and I'm going to go in with something that gives a little glow like the Guerlain Météorites, and those act like a blur, like a filter for your face. Something that I and my age really appreciate. Now on my face, I'm going to go in with Pixi Glowy powder in the Rome Rose, and this is the Pixi plus Aspen or Aspen Ovard collaboration. And I have to admit, I didn't know her before I received this product, but I googled her, as you do, and she has a similar skin tone to me, so I have high hopes. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. This is a lovely rose golden, it's a little like NARS Orgasm, but again, a lot of kickback. And even though it says it's a powder, I think it's a blush. As you can see, it's quite pigmented. I would not be able to wear it as a face powder. It's not the most fall appropriate, but I can see myself getting a ton of use out of this one in the spring and summer. I hope the camera is picking up how beautiful it is. Lastly, to give a more fall-appropriate look, I'm going in with another Pixi product. This is a PR sample for sure, and not from the Pixi Plus influencers, but it's the Mattelast Liquid Lip in Evening Rose. And I already wore this one, so I could give you all the details about wear time. It's really, really thin and liquidy, and you have to make sure you get the product of the doe foot applicator, because otherwise you're going to apply a too thick layer and that's going to crack. So just a thin layer, and you can get into the edges of your lip very well with this pointed tip. It says on the package that it's hydrating and instant drying, and I don't find both of these claims to be true. This stays wet for at least 5 hours, during which time it also transfers, but yeah, after it sets down it stays put. And it's not hydrating. It's not, I suck all the moisture out of your lips either, but yeah, I really wouldn't call it a hydrating lipstick. But bear in mind, I have not much expertise when it comes to liquid lipsticks because I never wear them. But this color stays put through food and drinking for several hours. I did touch up last time I wore it after around 6 hours because yeah, it just started to look a little off, but I think that's pretty good, and I like that when I'm wearing a dark lip like this one. And there you go. Turned out a little darker than I expected, but yeah, that's life. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like if you did. Leave me a comment below if you watch any of the ones that have made this collaboration. I watch It's Judy Time and Karen Hirons, of course, obviously. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any further videos. And I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Bye!